But let's get some more analysis. Thom Brooks joins us now. He is the Dean of the Durham University Law School, and very, very kind of you to join us because it's been a very interesting night. You could say both parties could be celebrating, but overall, what does it do for Donald Trump's presidency?
Well, a president of whatever party typically don't do so well in midterm elections. They typically lose some seats from Congress and have and lose a bit of their power, and that certainly happened here. The real problem for Donald Trump, as you noted earlier in this piece, is he's uncompromising. He doesn't like to see the other side, doesn't like to work with the other side, and often likes to disparage them. And now he's going to have absolutely no choice. He's had a bad night. So while he's done a bit better in the Senate, and so he's consolidated some things there, he's lost the House of Representatives, and that's very important for two reasons. One, as one of your reporters noted, that the House of Representatives can subpoena him. He's made promises about releasing his tax affairs. He is not. They can press him on his financial dealings. They can also press him on conflict of interest, and they can get him under oath, and they can do it a lot over the next 2 years. That's going to be a very considerable problem for Trump. But the other thing that's very big that wasn't noted yet is they also control something else, the budget. So the Democrats are now in control of the money going through Congress, and they can cause some very serious headaches. For Trump, who wants to spend money on building a wall and doing other types of things, none of that is going to happen if the Democrats don't want it to happen, and he's going to have to listen to them.
Do you think the threat of impeachment has disappeared now for the next 2 years?
Yes and no. I think that there will be, on the one hand, the maths don't look good at all. So it would be the Senate going through with a vote. They would need a big vote in favor of impeaching Trump. And it seems that now that there's even a few more Republicans in the Senate, he's got a majority there. That seems unlikely to happen right now. However, there's a Mueller investigation going on right now. There's been a dozen people that have had convictions for crimes that happened relating to 2016 related events. That investigation has not ended. There's a lot of speculation about when Mueller will be expected to subpoena Trump himself and press things there. That could really reach some serious heights, and that could be a serious game changer as well. And also we wait to see what use of subpoenas, what evidence the House of Representatives is able to find out with Trump. Trump's life is going to become a lot more difficult. He's going to be put on record in ways he's not going to want to be. A lot can change in the next, I think, few months. I wouldn't rule out impeachment. I think it's unlikely, but I wouldn't rule it out. I think things can get worse before they get better for Trump.
If these results are going to have an effect on what the president can achieve in terms of actually physically being able to observe what difference he makes to the country in terms of legislation, what about the language of American politics? Will it make any difference to the way Donald Trump speaks and the way Republicans react to him?
Well, in normal times, presidents would look at a situation like last night, and while they would want to emphasize the positives, they would kind of address the negatives and would be more conciliatory, be more compromising, look for common ground to have an agenda for the rest of their term. Trump is not that kind of person. He noted a number of firsts last night in the report. A great night for women. And I think that is also bad news for Trump, that what we saw last night was really an anti-Trump vote. I think that a Democrat wave might have happened if there was a bit more positive reasons, other than running for, to stop Trump. If there was some kind of positive alternative agenda that wasn't just purely negative against the White House, I think the Democrats could have done perhaps even better. We had a lot of anger on the streets. We had a lot of, leading to a lot of change in the Congress in particular. And I think in bringing in a lot of progressives, more left-wing Democrats than probably we've seen in a while. And I think that polarization has gotten worse. I think that the language will get more acrimonious and probably more ugly. And the way the White House runs things it'll probably be taking a lead in being ugly, nasty, and on the attacking front foot, which is no good for the American public and no good for American politics.
Thom Brooks, really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
A pleasure.